I'm a millennial who is exactly Katy Perry's age, so
Are you more or less in touch with the culture than Katy Perry is, do you think?
much more.
Yeah.
I'm not
just
a
checking.
millionaire, I'm not a billionaire.
Mm-hmm.
I think even if Katy Perry weren't a millionaire, I feel like she would be same level of in touch with the culture.
Oh, yeah, totally. I mean, there's just people who are just like not aware of things,
She strikes me as one of those.
Yeah, 100%. I think she's an embarrassment to millennials, to be clear, but she is one of my people still. So
you must identify. You simply must identify with her.
it's like, what else can I do? Like, I don't know. It's just my life.
Remember that record that you bought me like 2 years ago? Well, I just remembered that it's sitting in the closet. So I called you up just to tell you I've been meaning to listen to that. I've been meaning to listen to that. Why don't you come over and talk about it? Ooh, why don't you come over and talk about it?
So,
did you see her on Call Your Daddy, by the way?
Oh.
Talking about working with Dr. Luke, and then she kind of gives like a politician non-answer, and then is like, good job, me.
I did see that. Ugh.
Look, there are conversations. I'm glad that there are conversations being had, but I did it.
It's celebrity non-speak. But she's not good enough at it to do celebrity non-speak.
No, she's not.
Yeah.
She's not.
And unfortunately, it's like the age where you could talk to a non-journalist about this stuff too. Like they won't ask those hard, challenging questions.
And they'll go,
Yeah, they'll just go like, so true.
I should laugh when she's talking about sucking Orlando Bloom's D. Like, I should laugh at that. Ugh. That's so funny.
Gross.
I actually am a fan of Katy Perry. Wait, is that what that's about? I just watched last night The Substance, which I thought was incredible.
Oh, nice.
But I do feel as though it is on the same subtlety level as Peacock. You know what I mean? Like, they're kind of both like, their message is right up front, Yeah. I don't have to think too hard.
No.
Mm-hmm.
It's nice to not use your brain.
Katy Perry is like the human embodiment of like, it's not that deep. Like, but like that's her thing.
Well, I don't want to get into this yet, but that's where her problems arise when she tries to be like, no, I can be deep. And it's like, oh, sweetie, no. We don't need that. No one wants that.
No, 100%, Erin. We will definitely get into that. That is, we're not talking about the complete edition, right? We're just talking about standard.
You can if you want to, but like I listened to it one time.
But just because it's like, hey, here are some extra stray hits we tacked onto this, just have an album with the most number ones, I think, of all time. Mm-hmm. Just very
There
wild.
are good songs on the complete
I agree.
confection.
Ugly album cover, by the way.
It's her. It's peak duck face also, like,
Yeah.
That was like when that was that
really?
peak. Yeah.
Did you know the Teenage Dream cover? I know everyone on Earth has said this, but maybe you don't know. Is a painting.
It's a painting.
Yes. Oh, yeah.
Oh, wow.
Yeah,
that's cool. Oh, I like that.
Yeah, I thought that was cool too. Okay, good. I taught somebody that.
Hey, everybody. Welcome to I've Been Meaning to Listen to That, the podcast where we go through albums we've been meaning to listen to and use it as a conduit to learn about each other and our guests. I'm Andrew Ambrose Lee.
And I'm Michael Limentato.
And oh boy, we got very special guest here. This is her 5th appearance on the show. She's been so generous, so lovely, so fun, and it's been a tradition to talk to her once a year. Please welcome the wonderful, funny, talented ERIN Mallory Long.
Woo! Thank you so much. It's a tradition for her to be here once a year. It's so good.
I like it also because it's like the same tradition I have with like my grandma. You know what I mean?
This is her.
This is our tradition.
I'm just family you have to see.
Your 29 year.
Do I have to go to Erin's house again?
Like,
She's a
okay.
29 timer. Like I'm visiting my grandmother or whatever. So, but hi,
Well,
Erin.
What if I
feel?
talk to my family like I'm introducing them on podcasts?
Yeah.
This is my 29th visit to your house. Can you believe that? 30th year, we get jackets.
Can you believe that? Wow. Yeah.
Known for such things as your meatballs and your kisses that feel spicy on my cheek for some reason.
Oh, brother. So yes.
How many different locations I've then done this podcast from? Because we just relocated to New York. So I'm coming to you from Queens right now. Which is why there's like mess behind me of like unpacked,
Yeah, that's why.
Unpacked clothes. It is why. I'm very
You
neat.
can do what I do and pick a background and
I know, I
just
should
commit to
have.
that.
I don't know. The email was like, video, you have to be okay with it or we'll kill you. And I was like,
You have to be okay with it
okay.
or we'll kill you.
like, sorry. No, it's
I've
nice.
been
You
meaning
can
to
see my
assassinate
windows.
that as our co-podcast.
So you're in Queens now, and then
Yeah.
you're in LA, and then where else? Is there
Well,
anyone else?
I think we moved a couple, we've moved a lot over the years in LA. So I just assume that we must have done one of these from like, not just our last place, but from another place too. But I'm not positive. I'm not positive on that.
So you're in New York now. Have you
New
seen
York.
Pizza Rat? Just like celebrity sighting. Pizza
Yeah,
Rat.
acclaimed celebrity pizza, rat.
aka Josh O'Connor eating a piece of pizza.
This year was like Pizza Rat Boy summer. Now next year is gonna be
Pizza
Pizza
Rat
Rat
Boy.
summer. Yeah.
Yeah.
No.
Pizza rat boy. Brat
I'm
girl.
having a pizza brat summer.
Yeah.
Pizza. This is good. I'm glad you've been here for 5 times. So, anyways,
Andrew wants me on less and you on more, by the way. You told me that before you hopped on.
yeah. Every episode we have like a little segment of the show, like where like it's like the Poochie episode of The Simpsons. Like every time ERIN Mallory Long's on the podcast, we ask, "Where's ERIN Mallory Long?" And like, I have to go. My planet needs me. Is like
Yep.
that
That is me.
Andrew also
so-
gives me a satisfactory rate. This is off air. He gives me a 1 out of 10 rating on how much he likes me at any given time.
I'm going to
Great.
give you 3 Katy Perry burger costumes out of 10 this week.
Out of 10.
Yeah, looking at this picture the whole time is like really good.
Isn't it fun?
It's great.
I just really like to imagine just
adjective,
like
Erin.
definitely Selena just like, oh, I love ketchup and mustard on a burger. Like that's for sure what she's
I
saying.
feel like
Katy Perry's
Selena's like, are you sure this is what you wanted to wear to the Met Gala? Like you really
Was this the
thought
Met
about
Gala?
it, and this is what you wanted to wear.
Wait,
'Cause it
this
was for
isn't
camp.
from like the "You Need to Calm Down" video. Like, did she just like?
well,
choose
no,
to
so she
continue to
did wear
it?
this. This is cursed Katy Perry lore, by the way.
Okay.
So you know how the Bad Blood is about how much Taylor Swift wants to kill Katy Perry with bazooka rockets and stuff, and how she's going to convince all their friends, including Dr. Ellie Goulding, to shoot Katy Perry with a bazooka rocket.
Oh yes,
Selena
I do
Gomez
know
is the
that.
stand-in for
Yep.
Katy Perry. Yeah.
Yep.
So, anyways, everyone has thought that they've had bad blood because of Taylor Swift making that music video about killing Katy Perry with bazooka rockets, including Dr. Ellie Goulding killing her with a bazooka rocket. But over a dancer, by the way, stupidest fight of all time.
I'm like, that's not the real fight. That doesn't make
No,
that's,
no, it's not.
this
That
is
can't be
idiotic.
true.
It's not
No,
true.
If it's
How
true,
dare a dancer take a different gig?
It's just,
if it's true, Taylor Swift is married to the dancer. Like that could be the only reason.
Yeah.
Anyways, I'm not a Gaylor conspiracist, but I'm just saying like that is the amount of
Totally.
commitment you have to have to this dancer.
Yeah.
Anyways, then she wore this stupid costume to the Met. I think it's the after party to the actual Met.
Yeah,
she
she
wore a
wore
chandelier.
correct.
Yeah. And so she wore this stupid thing. And then Taylor Swift dressed up as fries and You Need to Calm Down. And they like hugged to show that they're good now.
Well, which came.
okay.
I thought that You Need to Calm Down came 1st, and then she like wore this because I thought it was stupid. Like I thought it was stupider than. Maybe it's stupider this way.
Look, it's stupid. Okay.
I think it's extremely stupid both ways. And
it is, but
for sure the burger costume was. Wait, which came first, the burger or the fries?
Also, what was the theme of this Met Gala? Like
Camp.
Oh,
camp.
okay.
Camp.
Thought it was like
works.
Wendy's girl or something. That was
it's on theme, and yeah, it's to the after party, but it's like you still have to look like a fucking idiot at the after party for the Met Gala, which wouldn't be my choice.
You know it strips down into just a lettuce dress, right?
Yes.
She takes off the burger.
Yes.
spotted.
Yes.
You know what?
I think the lettuce dress is actually kind of something.
The lettuce wrap. But yeah, welcome to the show. Like we're here to talk about Teenage Dream also, by the way. And Katy Perry's Teenage Dream. This is a seminal Michael's lore episode. Like this is crucial in the Michael Limitato music history journey he's been on.
It's true. This is my first secular album.
Yeah, that's right. So I'm very excited to hear about that. But yeah, let's talk to Erin first about Katy Perry. What is your history and preconceived notions of Katy Perry?
When her first album and all those singles, I Kissed a Girl, came out, I was like, I can't fucking stand this. I hate this. Like, despise. This album came out and these songs, the singles started coming out and I was like, okay, this is fun. And then it turned into like, oh yeah, I like this album. That's what I had in my head when I went to watch this or to listen to it. I mean, like again, because I haven't listened in a while probably. I went in to it being like, yeah, I always rank Teenage Dream as like one of my favorite like pop albums, like top to bottom, like love it. Like, because I don't care for Katy Perry since. I listened to like all of like Prism, and then I've like don't listen to anything. Like I'm just like, I don't care about her. She's irrelevant to me. Like whatever. Not even kind of in a mean way, just sort of like I have nothing to do with this.
She's like maybe the most fun celebrity to dunk on, like on Twitter. It's so easy. It's
just like so good. It's just so she's just so goofy and out of touch, and like it's just kind of like, please just stop talking. Like just don't say anything, don't do anything, you know, like whatever. And so I really was like, oh, it'll be fun to like listen to this. And what I found instead was that I was like, no, I still like these singles, but this doesn't really work as an album, is like what I came away from. So I've taken it down from my head of like thinking like, this is a great album. And now I'm like, that was wrong. It was not.
It's been decanonized.
Yeah, for me.
Wow.
Like me personally, it was decanonized. Just from re-listening to it, I was just like, it's just the single.
It makes no sense as a album. It is like a greatest hits collaboration that happened in like a year, basically.
And like, that's fine too. Like that's useful too. That's good. It's fun. It's like fun songs. Like
she thinks she's a pastor so bad. That's the thing that bothers me the most about Katy Perry and will always bother me the most. She thinks she like has a message, which is so annoying.
That's where you're wrong. Like what's fun about this album, and also in the context of this tour, like this tour was huge. I watched the documentary about this tour and stuff. Part of
we
me
may
like,
cover it, by the way. Just
I loved that.
Potential. Yeah.
I loved that movie. I have a poster of it, like that I got in 2012 because I loved it. Like, all of this stuff was like wrapped up in this album. So I think, to me, retroactively thinking back on like, you know, 2010. By the way, this album came out on my birthday in 2010. I discovered.
Oh,
like,
gee.
Like August 24th.
Yeah, that's my brother's birthday. Also, like that's
interesting.
Yeah.
Like if you put it all in this context, it was like this humongous thing. Like that tour, the looks from the tour, the style of the tour, like that's iconic. Like you can't take that away from her. And I'm like, I don't want to. Like, God bless. Like that is a thing that you did. You had like stuff shooting out of your boobs. Like, go on, you know? Like that is a thing. But like I feel like she had this one moment in time, which was like 2010 to 2011, and it's gone. And like she has never made peace with that or changed in any meaningful way to like grow. It's just kind of like that time, and like you can't get that time back.
I will say, like, if you frame it that way, I do feel for her, because like it's one thing to like like it's easy to like say like, okay, Madonna, you're done, go away now, and she's always like, no, I'm still here, here are my boobies, and like she's it's kind of like
I've been doing some curls at the gym lately.
Yeah.
Okay, Madonna, that's enough curls at the gym.
That's nice.
yeah, but it's like it must be hard to like be on top of the world, be on the Super Bowl, and then like like have 3 flops in a row and like be so like dunked on and disrespected all the time, even though like a lot of it is deserved, a lot of it is her own doing and such, but part of it is just our culture of just like, oh, we discard pop stars after like they're 35 or whatever.
Right, which like putting age on it like does actually like emotionally affect me and like make me feel bad for her.
It is for sure not an age
just
thing.
Age.
No,
like it's
no.
not.
There are people who make music who still get it. It's not music is not a 20-year-old's game. It does not have to be in any way. It is fully a misunderstanding of what people want, what people like, and an inability to keep track of like your finger on the pulse, because either you're too rich, you're doing too much other stuff. It's wild.
You're too married to Orlando Bloom. Like you're too, like, I don't know.
I love their little kid, Daisy Bloom. I think Daisy Bloom is not corny. I think that's actually an amazing name for a baby.
I think it's cute.
Yes.
It's cute. Yeah.
I think it's cute. No, but she's just, it's an interesting thing because it's like obviously she got famous enough to like be able to have Teenage Dream, but Teenage Dream was like a different level of fame. Like it's a different thing, and that's like, this is just like, the album is supposed to be her dealing with that, but the album is also when she really had that to a different extreme, which is interesting. And I can't imagine what it feels like to like have something that you're good at and you have this one successful thing and then you never can get there again. I don't know. That sounds terrible. Like, that sounds bad, but you're also like very wealthy. So just being on American Idol seems fine.
Getting paid like $2 million a season. Okay.
That seems fine. It's just like music making is not your thing right now. Because the thing is like songwriting is not her thing.
It never has been.
And it never has been. Singing is like barely her thing. It's like really this like spectacle production like thing, and she's trying to do it, and that's what the problem with this current album and with that fucking video and stuff. Like she's trying to do it and be like, yeah, no, I get it, I'm in on this, and it's like, no, you
remember when she put it out,
idea.
Woman's World, and then she pretended it was satire later.
It's like, I mean,
that sucks actually. So it's satire.
Yeah. Oh, you don't like it? It's satire. So
did you guys
actually?
That's what I say after every episode of this show. Also, like,
that was satire.
Satire, satirical.
Did you guys know? I saw a tweet and I thought this is insane. You know how Kim Petras is on the new album on one of the songs? Yeah. Kim Petras is the first white person to have ever featured on a Katy Perry song.
What?
Yes.
Wow.
What? Wow.
Isn't that insane?
What?
Right.
Oh my goodness.
An inclusive queen.
Good.
I was like, okay, that's not true, right? And so I go back. You know who she had on last Friday night? Missy Elliott. You know who she had on E.T.? Kanye West. You know who she had on California Girls? Snoop Dogg.
Yeah.
On Dark Horse, she had Juicy J.
Yep.
On Witness, she had Skip Marley and Nicki Minaj.
Yeah.
On this recent album, she had Doechii and 21 Savage and Kim Petras.
Yeah, Jid.
Wow.
Also,
yeah.
Wow.
Well, she also had that like broccoli.
I'm wrong. She's great.
Harley's in Hawaii video also.
Yeah. I think the broccoli
That's a person of color.
I don't want to comment on the broccoli person's race, actually. That is one of my favorite music videos of all time.
It's great. It's good.
It's so funny.
Yeah. I like that one. I underrated. I like Smile. I think Smile is my favorite of her albums. Like genuinely, like it's the Katy Perry I want after her blow up of like, just like this is like the most like Catherine Hudson-y album of like, oh, I'm corny, but I have a kid and I'm growing up. And then this new album is just like complete regression of just like, I don't know, like I'm so desperate and thirsty for like that fame again that I'm gonna go
Right.
back. Yeah.
Oh yeah. Yeah, I like some of the songs on Smile. I
I'm
forgot about this album.
grateful. Scratch that baby, I'm grateful. Like that's a good song.
But yeah, I don't know. It's just like she's just. There's so many times where she just needs to like not be talking or not be doing something, and always does something. You know, like I don't know. I wish for her that she could like figure it out and like not be embarrassing. Like, because again, I do take offense to it because I do feel like she's a millennial woman and she needs to be a better representation for me. Like, I do think she needs to like represent our brand better. Like, she doesn't. She doesn't do it well.
Well, before we get to Michael, I just want to share this like theory I have where Katy Perry kind of, I think we talked about this very briefly on the Taylor Swift episode we were on, but this idea of she kind of embodies the four corners of cringe perfectly. Like the four corners are cringe of trying and we see the effort, cringe of being, that's one corner, cringe of being inauthentic, cringe of lacking self-awareness, cringe of being yourself. Yeah. And the fourth one is the one you want, right? Like as you get older. But Katy Perry somehow is the maximum at all four. You know? She's somehow the anomaly of just like, well, the map doesn't check out, but it's still, she's still that. Like she's still somehow both the most like herself and the most inauthentic at the same time. It's very strange. Yeah. So that's my idea.
I agree. I agree with that.
Yeah. And I think that's part of her downfall is like the trying and we see the effort was like the thing that insulated her for so long because people can relate to that. People can go like, oh, what, you know, like people feel bad for her of the Witness era. People feel bad for her of like Smile flopping. Yeah. But once you kind of like show your character of like as someone to not root for, people don't feel bad for you anymore. And that's what the miscalculation with her current situation is my thought. Yeah.
Yeah.
100%. She has no clue what Katy Perry is supposed to be. I think she's always had no clue what she's supposed to be. I think that's part of her issue of growing up Christian. I think there are a lot of factors. I kind of have thought about Katy Perry a lot, unfortunately. Kind of like a weird, large space in my brain. Like for Witness, she did a 24-hour live stream, which included her going to therapy, on which she said, I don't want to be Katy Perry anymore while crying. On her live stream therapy session that she did. Why are you being so vulnerable in your live stream therapy session? You know it's being live streamed.
Yeah.
I did like that video, but like
I mean,
I feel you on that.
It's very insightful, but why am I able to know that much about you, Katy Perry? Like, it's also cringe of being inauthentic. If she means it, then it's sad. But if she doesn't mean it, then she's being weird on live stream. You know what I mean? Like the duality of Katy Perry is that everything she does makes me sad.
Because like at the end of that therapy, I watched it yesterday. At the end of that therapy video, the therapist is like, okay, so now that you got this awareness, you could integrate Katherine Hudson into Katy Perry. And then Katy Perry says, you know, now Katy Perry, the artist, will have more hearts. You know, I was kind of like hawking this like shallow thing, and now we'll have more heart. And then
now she's doing this shallow thing.
Yeah, and we saw it on Smile a little bit, and then that didn't work. So she went back, like she backpedaled back to 2010. Like she couldn't go back.
Stuff on Smile that does that is actually pretty good, in my opinion. Like
I agree. Yeah.
Never Really Over, which is about her daughter, is one of her better songs in a long, long time. Yeah. And it's not fake political, like, you know, Witness is Chained to the Rhythm or whatever, which is like, what are you even saying? But it's like, you know, Daisies and Never Really Over, I like really a lot from her.
I do, yeah.
Yeah.
I don't know.
The thing she needs to do, if I were to give career advice, is to just be Catherine Hudson, like the Katy Perry's done. Like that is done. You killed it effectively. But you as a person, you can like make music about yourself and be very specific about your own life experiences and such. And like, just not worrying about the charts and stuff, just.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Do you guys not think though, Katy Perry, right? Here's the thing. Katy Perry's look right now is incredible. She looks so good. Like there are some factors of it that I'm like, you look incredible right now. And you're doing like the pop star thing. Like you're doing the equation of pop star and it's like not working.
Yeah.
People like the VMAs performance though. Like it was
Yeah.
a thing. Yeah. So, but yeah, that should be the last hurrah of her. But yeah, Michael, let's talk to you. Like
it's not going to be. She's going to be around for a long. We've talked about her so many times on the podcast.
Yeah.
I've talked already a little bit about her. This was my first album I owned that was secular, quote unquote. I grew up very Christian, like Katy Perry. I had to replace the cover of this album on my computer. I replaced it with, I believe, a Mercy Me album cover or just her face at a certain point. It was very wild, very intense. Obviously, it was not that sneaky, but it, got me through able to listening to this album. I know every song except for one by pure heart. I was listening to this today in the car and was just singing along. It is so fun to sing to. It's the most sing-alongable album I think I know. But do I think it's good? No. Is it like the basis of what I like now? Kind of. You know what I mean?
Yeah. Let's delve into that a little bit. Like what was it about this album when you first heard it or you first decided to own it that was so special?
I think there's something about Katy Perry that I'm like, I get you. Like you, especially when I was like a middle schooler, which is bad that like this adult could speak to me as a middle schooler. That I'm like, oh, you're cringe. I'm kind of cringe. I'm still a little cringe, but I'm not like Katy Perry cringe, like that's like next level. But I'm like, you want to give this message. You also want to be sexual. You contain like these multitudes that these like base level multitudes. I realized, it's like a good way to skim the surface. It was also pop music. I love pop music and I wasn't allowed to listen to pop music. So it was like, it hit all the quadrants, right? I think I owned Katy Perry's Christian album before this. Catherine Hudson. So not a good album, but I did listen to it.
Mm-hmm. Yeah.
That's just the pull quote in general.
I did
just for this podcast. Not a good album, but I did listen to it.
You've been on episodes that have been good albums, though. So
of course I have. Of course I have.
I just like this came out during high school when I was in high school, and I remember this being like a very early taste into like, whoa, a naked lady on a cover or something like that. Kind of like that idea. Like I was very sheltered. I grew up very Christian. And so like this, like, I never was like a super fan of this. And like, I was aware, I saw all the videos and stuff like that. So this is like just in my periphery of just like secular music, and kind of like risque, edgy-ish music, while still like looking back, it's like, oh, this is like not risque at all. Like, this is pretty like basic stuff. Like WAP is around the corner and such. So it's like, so that's my history of it. Like, but I used to have a bit, I thought she was very, striking at the time. I thought she was like cool and such, but like, I was very, I think I had a crush on her when I was like in high school and stuff like that. Just like the image and such, not so much like, I didn't really know anything about her though. So
bad personality, very beautiful.
Yeah. That's my type. Like,
that's what Andrew says about me, by the way, during our
yeah. In your performance review at the end of the episode. Like,
he said, Michael, did you take the substance before this recording?
Oh boy. So yeah,
have either of you guys seen it, by the way?
No,
I've not.
I
imagine it's gonna be great. Yeah.
No, I want to.
Okay. Bring your kids, Erin.
Yeah, I will.
Cool. I told my friend that I saw it with, I said, this movie would kill my mom. Like she would be dead.
So
Okay, sorry.
no.
I'm getting off track.
No, yeah, let's talk about like Teenage Dream in itself.
Are we trying to talk about themes of this album, Andrew? You're not going to make us talk about themes, are we?
I'm going to try to. It's like, but do you yeah, like what do you think are the themes of this album?
There are no themes of this album. This is a theme-free album.
I mean, I wish that the theme was just partying. Like, I wish it was just all the up-tempo songs, just party time. I guess she can still have firework or whatever. Like, I wish it was that. I mean, you know, I think that's what she was trying to do. Like, she was trying to do, like, all up-tempo for, like, in favor of, like, having a more fun tour, which I think is successful and stuff. But, like, listening to this album as a whole, like, the bummer listens, except for Peacock, which is, like, my most hated song of all time, are like...
That's the song that should have got her canceled. Like, not the Dr. Luke stuff, not the...
We just hate it so bad.
I hate it so much. I remember distinctly the first time I heard it, I was visiting LA and I was in my friend's car and we had gone to the movies at the cemetery at Cinespia, and we were in the car in bumper to bumper traffic, and the song came on the radio, and I was like, what the fuck is this? I apparently hadn't listened to the whole album yet. And they were like, oh, it's like on her new album. And I was like, this is the worst song I've ever heard in my life.
Have you guys ever heard the radio edit of this song? Is hilarious.
Wait, what is it? How does it sound like?
You know how the regular song goes, I want to see your peacock, cock, your peacock, cock. It goes, I want to see your peacock. Your peacock.
Why? That doesn't change anything.
Yeah.
The cock, I guess. Like the
You're
word.
just not repeating cock anymore.
Yeah.
Which, you know.
Which I'm like, what's this song about?
It's so confusing. No, but it's like...
Why is there this empty space?
I mean, that's kind of everything about her, right? Like, I mean, I hate to call pop music vapid because I think people attribute that unnecessarily.
Yeah.
Uncharitably, like, to, that's a great word. That's what I was looking for. Like, to lots of stuff that is not that, you know, not vapid. This is vapid. This is like, there's party songs, fine. Everyone can get on board with that. And then there's like a fake, you know, anthem, which I can always get on board with. I'm like, hell yeah, like uplift me. Like, that sounds great. I don't ever feel like a plastic bag, actually. You know,
no one has.
No one ever has, but that's fine. I don't care. I saw American Beauty too. Maybe that's what you're referring to. Like, that's all fine. But it's like, this literally is just like a style over substance thing. And I think that's okay.
I agree.
I think that's totally fine. I just think that the problem, and what's interesting revisiting it, is that the problem that Katy Perry has never learned to just go, this is what I should do. I'm here to just be vapid. Like, I shouldn't have opinions.
In this album, she invokes Esther from the Bible.
That's
Did you guys know that?
That's what I want to think about when I'm doing keg flips. Like, just like Esther
in an album that she had the full Glee cast on a music video, she said, let me talk to you guys about Esther from the Bible.
Oh my God. Oh my God.
Yeah. Like, there's a so after all the hits, there's like a Catherine Hudson side of the album where it's just like, let me show you my more vulnerable, but she doesn't have like the capacity to write very specifically but also like very like, she's also like trying to like mold that very like, I think I feel her feelings, but she doesn't have the talent to like mold that into something very specific. It's like very like BetterHelp.
No, they're too specific while being non-specific at all. Like the non-specificity of the one that got away is like what makes it a good song in my opinion.
Same with Firework.
Totally.
I agree with that too. Yeah,
yes, totally. But then the specificity of Who Am I Living For is like, what are you talking about?
I think one of the standout like bad songs to me when I was listening to this was Hummingbird Heartbeat, just because I'm just like, sorry, what? Like, what are you saying?
That song's about cum.
The lyric that's like, oh God, it's like basically the like a virgin, but it's like spelling it out more. You know what I mean? Like
you make me feel like I'm losing my virginity the first time every time that you're touching me.
And I'm like, what? Like, it's still that thing where it's like she can't do anything subtly. So what she needs to do is these like anthems. I fucking loved Roar. Like when that song came out, I'm like, hell yeah, like great. Like that.
It made me want to vote for Hillary Clinton.
That's what won her the election, right? That's why I think it's so good.
Like waking up in Vegas, like any of this stuff, like I'm like on board with. Like I'm like, great, let's do it. Like cut print, I love you, Katy Perry. Anything else? Hummingbird Heartbeat, I just found so atrocious. Like I was like, I can't believe these are the lyrics. What are we doing here? What is the point of this? We're already kind of like, it's like we already have Teenage Dream. So why does this song even exist?
I kind of like Hummingbird Heartbeat. I'm sorry.
Hate
I
it.
know that it sucks. Here's the thing. I know it sucks, but I want to hear it, you know?
It sucks. It sucks.
The taste of your honey is so sweet. You give me that.
Yeah, Michael, did you have it? You said there was none, but did you have anything to say around this like area?
There's kind of like maybe like a I long for my past that's on this album kind of through a lot of songs. Which is ironic because this is the era she should be longing for. I think Erin, you were about that earlier. Yeah. But there's like a little bit of like, remember being a teenager, whereas now she's like, remember being Teenage Dream?
But it's also, that also depresses me because she's like 25 when she's making this album.
No, 100%.
And she's like, I wish I was 17. And I'm like, you do? Like, that's not good, sweetie. Like, that is not a healthy place to come from.
No.
I did not at any point when I was 25 wish I was back in high school.
No.
Like, you should not be feeling that way. Ever upward, like we are moving past being teenage, which
you
does
can
make
maybe
me,
miss college when you're 25, in my opinion.
maybe miss college, not high school, and like that. I do
a
think is a
22-year-old dream is not as good though.
No,
I miss being 31.
Yeah, but I think that's the problem inherent in her, like, because to me that reads as like you were popular in high school, and even though you have all the success, all you want is to be in high school again is so depressing to me. Like,
you're right.
I feel though, like, so she grew up very evangelical and then she grew up like in poverty. So like there's those two things. So like I imagine part of it is pining for a childhood that and teenage years that she didn't get to have.
Yeah.
Like, that's my view of it. And then, but she doesn't, because she didn't live it, she's getting her ideas from movies and TV shows. Like she's watching Full House, and like this album feels like when she was like a kid, she saw like a calendar of like a pinup like lady on it on the beach and was like, man, I wish I could be free like that. It's like kind of like that. It's like, it's like
she saw Rosie the Riveter and was like, we can do it.
yeah, truly. It's like this facsimilation of like a homeschool theater kid's idea of what like a free, liberated, sexual feminist woman should be, and it's like very like odd. Like it's odd.
It sucks so bad.
And I think also it's just like 2010 was just like a different time. Like, so it's like we can just accept this. You know what I mean? Like, I don't know, Obama's president. Like, sure, this is your album. Great. Like, that sounds good. Like, everything's fine. And like, she doesn't have what it takes to exist with the pop girlies of 2024. It's like, I couldn't even pretend to want to listen to her new album because I was like, I have too much other stuff
I haven't
that
even
I want to
heard the
listen
whole
to.
thing, and I'm like I said, I love her. I hope she never stops making music.
And you'll listen to everything she does. But
I will listen to everything she does, but I did not listen to that, unfortunately. I did listen to the Kim Petras song, and guess what? Ask me what?
What?
It sucks.
Like, the other thing about that is like, if you're gonna reunite with Dr. Luke, like at least make the songs like this, you know, like it's like
make a good song.
like why are you having the Slut Pop 3 leftovers? Like, why are you giving that?
No, literally.
It's crazy. It's like you're doing this, you're degrading yourself by working with him, even though you are not aware that that's what you're doing. And then it's like, this is what it is? Like, okay.
It's so brutal to say that, Erin, but someone has to do it.
But yeah,
It's
like
crazy.
the Doja Cat like SZA song, like people like that song, people, even though it's a Dr. Luke song. And I think that's unfortunate. Like any other things like that.
Do you guys think Katy Perry would take the substance if it existed?
Oh yeah, 100%. Yeah, I haven't seen the movie, but yes, that's what.
And you guys know about what that means also.
Yes.
I imagine it's like a Death
movie,
Becomes Her situation, like
Sim-ish.
Okay.
Yeah.
It's like horror Death Becomes Her, basically.
But yes.
Yeah, I think so too.
I just watched Death Becomes Her, so that's perfect.
I'm going to see the musical in New York City next month.
I can't wait to see it. So
we're seeing it
excited
opening
about
week. We're seeing it.
Nice.
Yeah,
Wow.
I'm really, really excited. I mean,
can't
it
wait
just
to see
happens
it.
to be that we're there opening week. I'm not traveling to New York City because I'm like, you know what, I gotta see. Although it looks fun. So Michelle Williams from Destiny's Child, not white Michelle Williams.
I know.
I
I don't think white Michelle Williams sings. Yeah.
Isn't white Michelle Williams in the circus movie?
But Water for Elephants.
Greatest Showman?
Greatest Showman?
I think she's in Water for Elephants. Wait.
No.
Oh, no. She's in Greatest
Michelle
Showman.
Williams.
I guess she's in Greatest Showman, yeah, but I never saw it. Does she sing in it?
Oh, she does sing.
I never think of her as singing.
But it is a different voice.
Say,
No, yeah, she sings. She sings.
She sings? I love Michelle Williams. Either one.
White or regular?
I love both of them.
On that
White
note,
or the one we like, actually. That's what I want to say.
I love both of them.
Actually, don't let me say either of those, please. Whoever said this episode.
on that note, let's take a break. Okay, hold on. I'll be right back.
Sorry I said that, Erin. I will sit and I apologize. I'm listening. I'm learning,
Sorry I said that. Oh, God. No, I really want to see Death Becomes Her. I'm like really excited about it.
They're doing a showing of that movie to start like a Halloween like movie thing at our local cinema. And it's called Drag Me to the Theater because drag queens do like a 15-minute version of the movie before the movie.
Oh my God.
So that'll be fun.
That's amazing. I had never seen the movie and I just watched it the other day.
That is my favorite movie.
I had never seen it before and I loved it.
I told my aunt that was my favorite movie when I was visiting her last, and we all watched it, and she was like, that is a bad favorite movie. She's like very much just says what she's thinking. I know that's a big surprise that one of my relatives talks like that, but she's like, that's not a good favorite movie.
I think it's a good one.
I think it's just a blast.
Yeah.
That's what I like about it.
It was really fun. I was always fascinated by it because they used to have these, because remember, I'm Katy Perry's age. They used to have like these like displays in Blockbuster Video. Like when that movie came out. So I was like a little kid and I was like, ooh, what is that? Because it was like the picture with like the hole in her stomach, and then the head twisted. And I was just like, what is this movie? And I had never seen it. So it was
apparently Meryl Streep talks about how like frustrating it was to film, how like because of the nature of special effects at the time, there was so much like stand here. Like, and he was like so particular about it. So I just think that's interesting.
I bet.
Yeah, we covered it on our Patreon. So
we did. Sorry, I'm talking about it too much.
No. Yeah.
Yeah, that's paywall information. You don't get to hear me talk about it.
But yeah, let's just keep going. And we're back here to talk about Teenage Dream by Katy Perry. Let's talk about some highlight songs. What's a highlight song for you, Erin?
I can't wait for your highlight songs.
I can't pick one out of just like any of the singles. It's like
Peacock.
E.T., not Peacock.
But she would more Peacock.
E.T. I really love. I hate both of those songs. Those are my least favorite.
Okay, sorry, we're not doing lowlights. Give me your highlights. Give me your highlights.
I like E.T. I like Teenage Dream a lot. Teenage Dream is probably my favorite one.
That one has stood the test of time, kind of like
Yeah.
it still
Teenage
sounds
Dream?
good. Yeah.
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 It's
And
probably my favorite one.
And
Hasn't
I think
it stood the test of time?
I
Am I wrong in saying that?
I don't know if I agree or disagree. I just,
Okay.
yeah. I do think like ET has like really fun production, like the like in the like
Yeah.
I think like
It's kind of crazy that that one was as famous as it got. Like I
know.
because it's so different sounding.
It's kind of a weird one, but I do like that. I mean, I like that it's a weird one, I suppose, also.
Yeah, the inject me with your poison is like a sex line that doesn't make the hairs on my arm stand up. Basically, like that's
Yeah,
what
it's not like yummy, yummy, give me that honey or whatever.
Yeah, it's like it's understated. She understates that line, and then when you think about it, like, oh, you know, but that's
it's like the one instance of semi.
She does say "fill me with your toxins," though. Which right after that, I don't know. It's not like you know.
On the Katy Perry scale, that's like like subliminal.
That's like,
it's like
really, that's really.
I barely even know what's happening.
On the Katy Perry scale, it's like an Easter egg. I'm like, people discover 25 years later, like, oh wow, did you know that she even?
In the future, when they're uncovering CDs and they find this one, they're like, "This is what all music must have sounded like."
Oh God.
Yeah, no, totally agree on those picks.
Yeah,
It's like I like any of them. It's like I like Last Friday Night. I like California Girls.
Last Friday night is. Oh, sorry.
No, go ahead.
That maybe has aged it's not as fun to me. Like it's probably aged the worst out of the hits for me.
It's like it's not that it's fun, but it is of a time.
Yeah. When you used to have fun.
To me, it's like it's of that time of like just those kind of songs, and it's just these random pop songs, and it's just kind of like we got so drunk, like it's okay, sure, you know, like. So to me, it's like it's not that is still fun to listen to as a song. It's just kind of like 2010.
Yeah,
like, cute.
This is a perfect like bowling alley song. Like it's like projected at the bowling alley, and like that's where that belongs. You know, like not on the radio or anything like that.
No, it's like this is fine. Like just kind of hear it ambiently. Like okay.
Or like it's on like a party mix, and it like everyone goes woo for a second when they hear it, then it keeps going, and then you're like, oh no.
Yeah, it's like that Black Eyed Peas. Like you're just kind of like, okay, cool, great.
Black Eyed Peas is a great comparison, like point for sure. Like that is like so 2010.
One of my friend's favorite songs is "I'm a Bee." I just want you guys to know that.
Why are you disclosing my favorite song on the air?
This is gonna knock against me during the rating.
Well, it's also like what's it called? Like Snoop Dogg's is like it grew on me, but like initially it's just like, oh, I don't like this at all. Like it does feel it doesn't feel like he's
Snoop Dogg's rap is so good in that song. What are you talking about?
So good.
It's so fun.
Bars. Just
people love it.
People love it for sure. Like but it feels like he's in a studio rather than like he doesn't feel like he's at like a party with like Katy Perry. He's just like even in the video, it feels like he's just like superimposed.
He's getting
there.
the Nicki Minaj green screen special on that.
He's just a side product of whatever's going on. Yeah.
Yeah. She cameoed him like into the video.
She paid him $50 or whatever.
Yeah. Hey, it's me, Snoop Dogg. California Girls. Goodbye.
Catherine Hudson.
Girls.
They cut out the happy birthday part of the message. Teenage Dream. I think that's a great song. Like, I think it's good. I think she's good at pop song writing, like pop song writing in terms of writing pop songs, like solving math equations, like which words together will evoke the most emotion. Like, I think she's good at that. Like very concise, like I really like the lyric. You think I'm funny when I tell the punchline wrong. That's such a beautiful evocation of intimacy and really describes the Katy Perry thing. Like, because she's telling the punchline wrong all the time. And then like
she's never told a successful joke that made people laugh for the right reasons.
Yeah. Yeah,
I'm
exactly.
sure that's true. Yeah.
So, but like,
I bet she's tripped into every room she's ever walked into.
but I like the lyric, like, now every February you'll be my Valentine. It's so romantic.
Yeah.
So like the real, like, there's a Britney sweetness to some of these songs, like a Britney Spears. Like there's like that "Oops, I Did It Again," like that super sexy song, and then like at the end there's "My Diary," which is just like, I'm a little girl at heart. The idea. So I think there's like that even in like these very heightened. This song also isn't like very like it's about sex. It's about like having sex with your boyfriend that you love, but that's different from, you know, some of the other like hypersexual songs on this album. So yeah.
Did you know it's also about maybe I should recommit my life to God, and also I should be more like Esther from the Bible? Did you know that's also part of what this album's about?
I did know that. Like,
just wanted to remind you guys.
It made me want to be like Esther from the Bible.
It's like incredible. Like
that's what ET stands for, by the way. Esther from the Bible.
Esther from the Bible. Esther the Bible. Even mentioning Britney Spears to me in this conversation is making me be like, man, she's no Britney Spears. Like, it's just like,
Britney Spears. If Katy Perry danced with knives, we wouldn't be like, haha, that's fun. We'd be like, who gave Katy Perry knives?
She was like, no, she's going to trip.
Okay, walk in the room first, then I'll hand them to you blade inward. Sorry.
But also, Britney has like so many good albums that I really love. Like, Britney has like a lot of albums that I like, really like most of the songs on. Like, go with, like, I'm like, just like, hell yeah, like, this is great. And then Katy Perry, it's like, because this is the only album that contains Katy Perry songs that I like or want to hear. Like, on repeat listens usually. Like, this is the only album that like has them. So it is like a greatest hits. It's just that she happened to release them all at the same time.
Yeah.
That's what I'm saying, is like she was in her pocket at this time.
Yeah.
I mean, not making a cohesive album, but she had lots of fun, good songs together.
Yeah. It's like
five number one songs on the like the only Bad by Michael Jackson.
Yeah.
Yeah,
that's crazy.
This is not Bad by Michael Jackson. Not as good as that though. Unfortunately,
oh, it's not. What part isn't as good?
The Peacock song. So
wrong.
No, that's as good as like Rock with You or whatever. Let's see. I think Firework is her best, like, vague, inspirational kind of song, like vapid in a good way. Like,
it's maybe like the OG vague inspiration song.
It is, yeah, totally. I think so too. Yeah, I think that's definitely the OG. And I like those. I'll listen to all those fucking songs.
They're fun. That's why at the 4th of July, I want to hear Firework get played. I want it.
Yeah, it's good. It's good. It works out. Yeah. And I think like it's my favorite. Katy Perry's a vocalist. Like I think her vocals sound pretty good on this song. Like, it's, and like the Plastic Bag song, obviously, you know, like no one has ever felt like a plastic bag, as we expressed, but it's good pop writing, and it's like so memeable, but not trying to be memeable. You know, it's like, it's just like she thought she cooked, and then it's funny and it's good, but it's like, but funny and like, oh, Katy, that's hilarious. That's wonderful.
Yes. She thought she cooked, but it's cute that she thought she cooked.
Yeah.
It's not she thought she cooked and now she's like, whoa, did you see me try to cook?
It's satire.
Satire.
Jesus Christ.
Oh, that's so funny.
Michael, honestly,
the highlight? Yeah.
Bon appetit is, did you see me try to cook? Be cooked.
Did you try to see me? She really thought she was cooked in that video.
This is a highlight for me, which I know it won't, is a song you guys don't like. I guarantee. Circle the Drain. I think Circle the Drain. Oh, okay. It is giving watch me say the F word a little bit, which is
what?
It's like, want to be a lover, not your fucking mother. Like, she really hits it, and it's like
I thought you meant the other F word. I was like, what?
Katy Perry, you can say it one time to me if you want.
One time. Yeah, one time.
She has explicit permission for me to one time do it.
And George Sivan texted her also. Like, just like,
oh, I actually recently, Troy Sivan said, you guys are using twink as a way to call me the F slur without calling me the F slur. And I thought that was very poignant. I appreciate that.
I thought that was good.
Yeah.
I thought it was good.
Yeah. Anyway, sorry, not what we're talking about at all, but just wanted to say that. Again, Katy Perry can call me a twink if she wants also. It's not true, but she can. Circle the Drain. It is... So it's honestly, it sounds kind of like her first album a little bit. It's the one that sounds the most like her first album, which is kind of like pop rocker chick a little bit. Yeah. And I like when she's doing pop rocker chick. I'm kind of sad she doesn't really do it anymore. I think it's a unique look in the world. It's like something people actually like. It would be a genre bust. I mean, people are doing it now. It's like Olivia Rodrigo is doing it. Like it's done now differently, so she can't reclaim it. But it was good when she did it, and I liked it, and I still do. So
no, I like that song. I just it's like, again, in the context of the album and with the other songs, I don't want that. So it's like I don't I don't want to listen to it with that, because
totally
it's, like,
it's out of sequence or whatever.
It's too real. Also, like,
if you like put on like a party playlist, it'd be weird. It'd be strange.
It'd be so fucked up.
Yeah, you're right.
And it's also like, I mean, it's like, I'm like, damn, I'm sorry that you went through this. And then also, this is before you were even married to Russell Brand yet. So you certainly went through this again. So I'm very sorry
so
about
hard
that.
To think about.
You know, I mean, it's like, because you listen to it in 2024 and I'm like, oh, this is about Russell Brand. And then I was like, no, it's not.
No, it can't be.
It can't be. And that was like what made it like too real for me. I was like, ooh, I can't listen to the song. I'm like, maybe gonna start crying. Like, it's like,
okay, now it's not my highlight. Now it makes me sad.
But
I think
like
it is a good song. It's a good song.
I think that's when she gets into quote unquote purposeful pop that works, is like, just like talk about your experience, talk about it honestly.
And it feels specific. It feels like I can talk about this. You know, like we talked about, the other ones that don't work are just like, there's a girl. oh, there's a girl. You know, it just doesn't work. Sorry, I
love There's a Girl. That's my favorite. That's my favorite Katy Perry.
That's my favorite genre of pop music. There's a Girl. So have I got the artist for you, Sabrina Carpenter?
Oh, you know what? I was gonna say, like, Sabrina Carpenter, is she Katy Perry now? Like, is she Gen Z?
Yeah, she's
Katy Perry?
definitely the Katy Perry of now. Yeah. She's like funny, cheeky. She's like funny, sexy. She's like, you know, boopy doopy doop sexy a little bit.
I guess so, but I just feel like this, like, her latest album is so much better than anything Katy.
But is it better because of you? It sounds like now.
And also, like, she has like at least 3 songs like in the top 10 charts. So like, this is kind of
true.
The idea of like, oh, like not quite the heights of.
I get it as a parallel,
yeah, but because like, like Chapel and Charlie are doing their own things. That's not quite this.
Totally.
A highlight and low light is TGIF. I think it's
I think that's fair.
so well constructed. Every lyric sticks in my brain. The melody is so great. I love the Kenny G build up. Like, it feels like a party. It feels like 2010. I do think it's like a little bit of an evil song at the same time. Like, I think it's like kind of like class warfare of like encouraging kids to party recklessly and go into debt for the sake of YOLO, and then she becomes rich off of the song. Like, I think that's kind of an evil song.
Go into the debt for YOLO.
Yeah, like just like party and do it again, and like, you know, like. Yeah, was that not good?
It's super funny.
Yeah, like, did I not cook with that?
You cooked.
All right,
let him cook.
Debt with YOLO. You know.
Yeah, I think it's like, it's fucked up. I don't know. I don't like it.
It's fucked. I'll say it. It's fucked up to go into debt for YOLO.
Yeah, that's what I'm saying.
I agree.
It's just like one of those things where if you like take it literally, as like, this is my life plan. Or even this is what I'm doing right now. It's like, you need help. Like, this is upsetting. Like,
I plan to go into debt for YOLO.
if you take it seriously, like, this is literally what you're doing.
I know.
Like,
I think if you like separate into like just like a heightened like, oh, we had this is a party song, like, you know, and stuff. I think it's pretty harmless, like, honestly. But like, I don't think anyone's like thinking about that in that way, like, necessarily, like. So yeah. I don't know. Any other highlights that we want to talk about?
I just want to mention, I think the one that got away is also good.
Oh yeah, I like that.
I think also Katy Perry is so good at making insane music videos. This is another one of the insane music videos. Have you guys seen this one?
It's like, what is this one?
She's in a house
driving a car. Yeah.
No, it starts with she's old prosthetic old.
I don't remember.
And she's in a house and she's sipping coffee out of a Keurig. You see that it's a Keurig. And then she's like looking out the window and then the song starts and she remembers her one that got away. And I'm like, oh, I get it now.
Wow. That's deep.
She rocks.
Yeah.
I don't know if she never stops making music.
I'll be there to listen to it, except for her current music, which I'm not listening to.
Ones I don't want to.
What do you think of? Let's talk about the music videos. I think that's such a big part of this. Like,
California Girls music video rocks.
I think it's good. I think it's good music video.
Good.
Yeah, it's a lot of fun. I like the TGIF video, except like the extended version where she's like having like her parents is like Corey Feldman for some reason, and like she has like Corey Feldman's like, Katy Perry, what are you doing? And she's like, blah, 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 blah. Like she's in her like get up and stuff like that. It's like,
I hate when
it goes on for like 3 minutes. It's like, it's rough.
And it has the full cast of Glee somehow.
Oh,
I like that.
I don't remember
that.
this
That's
at all.
fun. Yeah. 1.5 billion views on YouTube. At least
I was not one of them. I'm sorry.
You were.
I was there when nobody else was, except for right now when nobody else is there still.
But I will say, like, every comment I was like if you're here on September 2024.
All like, YouTube is that now. If you look at any
that's
old
all
video,
of YouTube.
that's
It's
all
so crazy.
Any lowlights from
Who Am I Living For?
Yeah.
Huh?
That's fine.
Peacock.
What's this? I kind of like Peacock, unfortunately.
Hate it.
Honestly, I think I saw a drag queen perform to it one time, and that really made me laugh because I'm like,
that's
what
funny,
an insane pick for
I like the bridge of Peacock where it's like, oh my God,
no exaggeration.
It's like the bridge is about her seeing the penis. I'm like, oh,
I hate it. I hate it so much. There's nothing you can say that's going to make me like it. There's just nothing.
I don't understand what's bad about it at all. Tell me
like
one bad thing about it.
Nothing that's going to make me like that song. I've hated it since the moment I heard it for the first time.
You're still giving me no proof right now.
Like, the thing is, like, her songwriting, like, at her worst, her like pop writing like ability is just like poking at you, saying like, do you like it? Do you like it? Do you like it? Do you like it? Like
this if you're still listening to Peacock in 2024.
Yeah.
It's just you.
Like, just to be just to like be as aggravating as possible until it wins you over. Like, and sometimes it does work. Like, sometimes that works. Like, the songs, like the first listen of this, I was like, oh, I don't like any of this, or like, oh, none of this is hitting. And then I'm super into GGIF now, basically.
Yeah.
You know?
It's a good song.
Even though I went into credit card debt for YOLO.
It's making me go into credit card debt for YOLO. If someone used YOLO now, like, I think hearing YOLO is what's making me laugh, because I'm like, it feels like an ancient relic.
Yeah.
Yeah, it's insane to hear someone say YOLO right now.
I also think she's like very Drake-like in that they both like cosplayed as lesbians at one point. You know, both Drake and Katy Perry.
And did you know Katy Perry is best friends with Millie Bobby Brown?
That's your favorite Drake fact. Like,
God.
Because it's insane.
It's so stupid.
Drake shouldn't know Millie Bobby Brown. That's a hot take, but
Everyone
thank you
agrees.
for standing up for what's right.
Everyone agrees.
No, only I think this, Eric.
Everyone agrees.
What's that? The Who Am I Living For? Isn't that song that goes like that little annoying synth in the background?
Yes, this is the only song on this album I've never heard all the way through, even owning this.
It's like being at a party and like you're having a conversation with someone you don't want to have a conversation with, and you can't leave.
That's Katy Perry's oeuvre, but even Pearl is listenable compared to
it's listenable.
Who Am I Living For? I mean, it is. That is the song that I'm talking about when I say there's a girl. It is. There's a girl. But it's actually kind of Promising Young Woman-esque, in my opinion.
Yeah.
But in the bad way, not in the good way.
Oh, yeah. No, I meant derogatory.
Yeah, derogatory. Promising Young Woman, derogatory.
Yeah.
Yeah, like the back end of the album after E.T. is just fine. Like, not like the movies is like very, like I was talking about, very like
boring.
I think it's sweet. I think she's trying to get at something here. I just like don't think she has it yet. Like this idea of I wish life was like, if life isn't like the movies it should be. Like she has this fantasy idea in her head of like what life and love and intimacy can be, and she just like, I think this is like underneath all this facade, like that's what she wants, like this storytell thing. But yeah, that's fine.
Like we said, she needs to make up-tempo music on this. That's what's good.
Yeah, that's just all we need. You know, there are two songs on the extended that I do really like, which are Part of Me, which is funny because that's obviously the name of her. It's funny that the name of her movie comes from something from the extended.
That movie is what makes me like Katy Perry much more than think I would otherwise. I think
me too.
I think all the time about, and I think especially now with like our current state of discussing what pop stars need to give us or not. I don't really want to get into that conversation too much, but like, you know, the Chappell Roan of it all.
Yeah.
But watching Katy Perry get a text that's like, I am divorcing you, and then she like cries for 1 second, and then she takes a big deep breath and goes up and starts singing that Part of Me, which is like, it's insane.
It makes me cry. Yeah. I mean, watching it makes me cry. I love that movie.
She's braver than the Marines.
that movie and the songs that I like on this album are where all of my goodwill towards her has come from. Mm-hmm. Like, all of it is contained in that. But I like Part of Me. I like Wide Awake. Like,
oh yeah, those are good songs. Yeah,
I like those two songs. But that movie, I mean, it's like I want to go watch it right now because I'm like, oh yeah, man, I loved that. And it really is like, I don't know, it really is like a fascinating. It's crazy to do that at that time. It's crazy that then at that time was also her divorce. Like, it's like, God, I'm sorry you married Russell Brand in the first place. I don't know what was happening there, but like, that's a tragedy in and of itself. And then you get divorced over text. It's like, okay, well, this can't be worse.
And now he doesn't believe in texts. He thinks 5G gives you, cancer or whatever.
Oh, God.
Russell Brand just got baptized, by the way. Thank God. Praise the Lord.
Tucker Carlson prayed for him. That's good.
Just like Esther in the Bible would.
I always thought of like Russell Brand as an Esther from the Bible figure. Like, I think her voice, like she has a good voice at times, but the affect and the synthetic processing makes it like kind of unpleasant to listen to sometimes. Like there's always like every like one time a song there's like a weird flat brown note that's like, oh, like there's like we have to have one per song. Like it feels like that. Another thing though, she actually like Katy Perry actually like wrote
this is crazy. This is like 5 episodes in a row for Andrew if he's doing what I think he's about to do.
Okay.
Yeah, like back in like actually we're talking about like the future of Katy Perry's career, and she actually like was she in 2022 she was like considering a career like pivoting into like filming movies, and she actually like did a draft of a film score, but it didn't go through, but it's actually pretty interesting if you look at it. So
from this real thing that she did, by the way.
Yeah, it's real. Okay. This is
I
real.
know it's real.
Okay, here we go.
尽管离家让我心碎，我想告诉你，如果有来生，我还是会选择和你一起报税，开心一点。
It's like when you see something coming for so long, and it's just like.
It's like watching like someone start to run at you, but they're like 40 miles away. It's like pure flatland, and you're like, they'll get to me. That Monty Python, like
it's coming. yeah.
Yeah, so unfortunately they didn't use it, but I think she has promise in that field.
So I like the end.
So what? So you've been doing this? So you just find?
No, he's been singing over songs lately too.
Okay.
Like
he always has to share his screen to show us a little secret thing from something the artist did. It's good. I like it. It's like a level of preparation for the podcast.
Oh my God.
Yeah. So let's go through final thoughts and ratings. The way this works is we'll rate this out of 10 with a fun metric at the end. We'll also rate Michael at the end of this episode too. So
oh, sweet.
So
I want you guys to do that. Actually, let's hear it.
Yeah.
I'm gonna give this album actually 8 out of 10 rating tinks rating tinks. That's what I'm gonna give it.
The clean versus rating.
Yeah, I'm gonna give this 8 out of 10. 8 out of 10 ratings.
Yeah. So
ratings. Ratings.
Oh God. Yeah. I think this is a pretty unpleasant listen. Unfortunately, this is a pretty unpleasant listen. I'm happy to not listen to it, but also good for her, I guess. I'm gonna give it 4 corners of cringe out of 10. 1 point because it made Michael who he is. So I'm gonna give it that. So yeah.
1 point off or 1 point added?
1 point added. Yeah.
Nice.
Good for clarifying.
Thank you. I just need to check.
Erin, where are you at?
I think upon re-listening, still for the kind of nostalgia, the time period of it all, I have to give it a 6. 6 million hummingbird heartbeats, which is just 6 regular points.
Yeah, it's like a day or whatever. I'm like, Katy Perry, if your heart is beating like a hummingbird, go to the doctor.
Yeah.
Not Dr. Luke, a real doctor.
Get to the emergency room.
Oh, okay. Now working with him makes sense. So like, it's
Katy
like,
Perry's like, my insurance won't cover any other doctor.
They're like, oh, sweetie. Her whole thing, like everything with Katy Perry is just going, sweetie.
Oh. Did you see she got sued by like Barcelona, by like Spain for filming her music video Lifetimes on a beach that she was unauthorized to film on?
Yeah. No.
Everything is so funny.
Everything is.
I think she'll turn it
crazy.
around.
Yeah, next album, she got it. Can't wait to listen to it. I'm there for you. I love her and I'm there for everything she makes. Except the
God.
Yeah. So yeah, that was our review of Katy Perry's Teenage Dream. Thank you so much, Erin, for showing up on our show. Like anything you'd like to plug, anything that's out there for you.
Just following me on Instagram.
Yeah.
Where everything good happens.
2
You
children.
can follow Erin at Katy Perry on Instagram.
At Katy Perry.
And at Katy Perry fan _fan.
At kittycat.com.
Katy Perry has died, by the way, in case you guys didn't know.
Oh.
Yeah.
So yeah, you can follow me at Andrew Ambrose Lee. You can follow Michael at Live and Taco on all platforms. Stenley at Snap a Sten on all platforms. Check out our show. Check out our Patreon show. I've been meaning to watch that. We just did what's it called? We just did Anchorman, and the previous episode is Death Becomes Her. We might, it's a might, not a guarantee, but we might do the documentary to coincide with the release of this one. But other than that, Oddness did our theme song. Megan Rika Young did our artwork. And Erin, anything you'd like to say before we conclude?
Thank you for letting me relive 2010.
Stock market. Anyways, thanks so much, everybody. Have a good day. Click.
I have something I want to say. Postscript.
Yeah.
I love Katy Perry, and I will be there for anything she makes from here and to the future.
I love you for
my
lifetime.
Oh my
Sued
God.
by the country of Spain for singing that song on the podcast.
Oh no. Okay, goodbye. Click.